Welcome. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. I'm Fiona, founder of Oracle Encore, spiritual teacher, tarot card reader, and energy psychologist. You are here with me today because we are answering your questions using the tarot cards. Obviously, I do also work intuitively. Many people have already punched their questions into the chat, and you're welcome to do the same. If you'd like to receive a message every week to remind you to be on at 4:44 every Tuesday, then please let me know, send me an email or pop your email in the chat. Whatever works for you, let me know your email and I'll pop you on the VIP list. So good to have you here. We have question number 1 is going to come straight after I do the collective conscious reading. Now, what this means is that everyone who is watching is going to get a message no matter when you seem to hear this recording, because there is a lot of energy going on at the moment leading up to Christmas, and I feel we have some PowerPoints that need to be addressed. I don't know what they are. We're about to ask the tarot, and then we will all be informed. Hello, Brenda. Good to see you here. Leah, thank you for your questions and your friend as well. Nice to have a question from you too, Greg. Richard, oh, interesting thoughts. And Jessica, always wanting a random card. All good, guys. So great. Please remember to give me a thumbs up and put, let's say 3 green or red hearts into the chat so that I know who's live watching, because that's very Christmassy. So what we'll do is we're going to just first of all pull 3 cards for a message from the higher realms today. Let's see. The first card, drum roll, please. If only I could have some Christmas carols playing. It would go in very nicely with my Christmas attire today, wouldn't it? Is that the first card? We're getting 3 cards today. I was thinking it was going to be like a past, present, future reading. However, apparently not. It's just going to be some spread of goodness that we all need to wake up to. Okay. Have I pulled the correct cards? These 3 cards are ready to go. All right, everyone. Are you excited to hear what your great message is today? Oh, lovely. All right. Now, I'm just going to feel into the greater sense of this, because obviously we can look at these cards and immediately feel into the passion that is in any cards that present a wand, and especially with a fiery horse diving forward. Now, what this means for us is find the passion within yourself. Now, this is not anything new. I say this story all the time. I'd like to offer you a little piece of deeper wisdom today. Now, to find this passion that is really more aligned with your soul's calling, really lined up with what the heck you're actually on this planet for, what you are here to do, what you were born to do. Okay, how to find the passion is usually the tricky question. As strange as that may sound, many people are not aware of what they're passionate about. Now, that is because we get so wrapped up in the stories of what we should be doing in society and what is right, and our obligations and our responsibilities. Now, you can do it all. This is what I want you to know. You really can do it all. And 2024 is the year that I suggest you pump up the volume and do it. So, how do you find your passions? Well, look at this. What are you celebrated for? What are you celebrated for in life that would imply that you are good at, or that you are offering an opportunity to other people that would leave you in a space where people would give you an award or celebrate you in some way? I just keep getting this celebration of you. It's a victory of sorts. When have you in your life found yourself to be in a place of victory? Now, this could be a worldwide event However, it could simply be an emotional connection with somebody where you help them through a tough time. It's not a hierarchy of how grand it is, it's how significant that felt for you. What lit up your heart that enabled you to realize this is something that you are called to bring to the world. Now, with that said, here's another way you could ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What would I die for? Well, that's a pretty big way to put it, right? However, what would you die for? What is it that you would stand your ground on? Now, an easy one would be your children, things like that. So you're passionate about your loved ones. However, oh my God, this is really controversial what's coming through here. So please bear with me and no judgment. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share this message because, whoa, I'm actually I've got my own conscious mind coming in and challenging me here. What it's saying is when we had that epidemic recently that will go under no name for the sake of this video, there are many people with strong views about what they wanted to do and what they didn't want to do. You could almost say that they were prepared to die for their beliefs. All right? You know exactly what I'm talking about here. I want you to think about what beliefs you had strong in your mind at the time, why you would or would not do a certain thing, or why you handled it a certain way, or what you were scared of during that time. This gives you some clues into what's important to you. It may be a principle of the thing. It may be health. It may be independence. It may be personal power. It may be changing the world. It may be waking people up. It may be compassion for community. It could be that, all of those, and so much more. This is just an example of how you can actually use real life examples to dig deeper into your own self-realization and self-discovery. Now, next year, I'm banging on about it being an 8 year. That's the number 8, all about personal power. In the tarot, it is the star card and the strength card. It's about building that inner strength and being the star that you are. And to do that, you must know your passions. You must know what lights you up. You must know what excites you. And you can start off with the littlest of things. But these other examples I've given you are, in fact, ways that you can dig deeper into your psyche, into your soul. And this can also help you to come into a workspace. Maybe it's a new career, maybe it's a different division of your work, where you offer that soulful nature, that heartfelt aspect into your business, your job, your career, or even being a mum that is obviously an unpaid career, or being a dad. Same thing. What I'm talking about, though, is the feminine element, the mature matriarchy aspect of how you can bring that motherliness into the workspace. Basically, it just means heartfelt. So how can you love your clients more? How can you love what you do? How can you bring your soul to that process of living your day-to-day job? Because when we are actually aligned with our soul every day, rather than just on Sundays when we're not at work, you're living your best life and you naturally attract love. You naturally will be in your abundant state and you naturally will live a life of freedom. All right, if you want more help with this, you know that's what I do, right? Help people to live aligned with their soul's purpose. Reveal your soul's purpose for the sake of exactly what I said. Abundance, love, freedom, joy, happiness, inner fulfillment, purpose, meaningful life. And we do this by disassembling the ego, which is basically getting clear on what stories and illusions are blocking you from seeing the reality of your wonderful life. Woo! And that's that, guys. 10 minutes of raving on here. We're going to go straight to Greg's card today. Should I stay in the BOP, that's the Bay of Plenty, or should I leave? Well, we're going to look at this from a soul's perspective. What we're asking is it correct action for Greg to stay where he is, or would it be more flourishing for his soul's evolution to be living somewhere else? Okay, and in that case, we will also consider even a move. Or I'm not really feeling a move at all, actually, Greg. So we're just going to say, is it correct action to stay put? Yes. I really believe, I was already feeling extremely strongly stay put in the same house and stay put in the same location, which would obviously have to happen if you're living in the same house. And then I pulled a card that is a definite yes. There are some other new beginnings that could be happening for you, though, Greg. And yeah, think of this next year as a new start, as a fresh new start. Now, I'm just trying to get my... Why won't my aircon work? Okay, whipping over to Leah's question. Should I engage a virtual assistant to help with my business, files, systems, etc.? Now, once again, we're going to come from a soul's perspective. Is this correct action for Leah's business? And I am boiling hot here and I can't seem to get this. That's all right. Thank you. Leah, what would be the best for your soul's advancement through the process of your business? Interesting question, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to get an answer for the do you get a virtual assistant? I am definitely feeling a no, which I was already pumped into before I pulled the card. And the reason being is because it's actually very aligned with what I just said for the collective conscious reading, which is finding the heart of your business. And when I say that, I'm talking about finding your personal message. And this won't be the first time you've heard me say this to you. I know, because I really want you to feel into the heart of your business. This is the best way I can describe it. And your business is honestly still in its infancy. Yeah, still in its infancy. And this is great because your business is doing really well. So if what you've got going right now is its infancy, then watch out, world, because things are going to evolve. Now, I feel eventually that this business will have you having staff and you will be very financially free and independent in your own right. To get a virtual assistant is taking your energy and your heart out of it. Whilst it's good for time, etc., would it be better to get it may be better to get a not virtual assistant. Yes. But there's a few elements and steps you need to go through before you get to that phase. How to find what the heart is of your business. Meditate on it and allow me to give you some clues. In a conflict? No. Oh, this is confusing. Sorry, guys. I've just delayed things. Giving the heart of your business. Okay. I'm going to use the word empowerment. It certainly is about helping others to feel the personal empowerment. Yet it's more of an education to people about breaking down the inner conflict that their physical appearance gives them and helping them to not just shift their physical appearance and hope for things to get better, yet also to move things on a mindset level. I have this alignment with you, and it may be in your emails, or you may have affirmation cards in your clinic or something. There's just this heart aspect, this empowerment aspect that means to people that you can go to a different country to live, but if you haven't dealt with your emotional issues, you're still going to feel them. So the same as you can go and do something to make you physically look better, but if you haven't dealt with the emotional reasons that you don't feel good about yourself, you're still going to feel crap, even if you've shifted the way you look or changed the way you look. Okay, so cute little affirmations on the wall, cute little affirmation cards, messages in your emails, ways to talk to your customers that are already a bit of what you're doing, but yet more obvious in the way that you really are genuinely trying to empower women to love themselves as they are. Okay, we're going to whip to Richard's question, because otherwise we'll be here all night with these long answers. And Richard wants to know whether he will stay in Perth in 2024 or move to a different location. Richard, I believe you will stay in Perth. Once again, waste of time pulling these cards. Pretty obvious. Feel very strong that you need to be in Perth at this time, Richard. It's only just begun. Woo! And look what else I've secretly pulled out. Just to connections, soulmate connections. Looking good for 2024, Richard. Stay in your lane. Stay focused on your awesome self and ooze that positive vibe, and you might just match it. Whoop! Okay, Jessica wants a random card. We are going to pull that now. A random message for Jessica, what she needs to hear. Jessica needs to get back to me about the appointment I sent her. Thank you, darling. Jessica. We are in Jessica's energy. Jess. Do you like my Christmassy setup, everyone? Jessica's card. I'm going to pull you two, Jessica, because otherwise you're going to roll your eyes. Okay. Perfectly formed. We have the 8 of Wands, which, as we all know now, the Wands are all about passion and creativity. And the 8 is about personal power. And these swords are flying over waters, and they are moving at rapid rates. And there are leaves on the swords that are growing with fresh new ideas and opportunities. So if I pull this card in a reading with somebody one-to-one, I'm probably going to think they're either moving overseas or they're moving in their personal growth and personal awareness. And things are definitely moving, and you're coming more into this amazing 8 energy. So you got a double whammy with that hitting you next year as a general 2024 number, as well as your personal reading. And then what we have is the 6 of Wands, which, as we got in the collective conscious reading, is someone being celebrated. There's victory happening. We have felt this energy for you, Jessica, for some time, that in your new way of living, your new home, your new environment, your new everything is going to be a way that people will recognize more of your attributes, your strengths, your wonderfulness. So that's very, very good. Do we need that card? No. Okay. So what do you need to, what is this telling you? That you're in the right place at the right time, that you just keep focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. Do everything that you already know and enjoy your life. There's nothing to know right now. It's a very important time to practice being fully present, enjoying the now, which most people don't do. Let's see who else wants a question. Tanya, when will I find a new home? Will it be in Papamoa? Will it be with a flatmate? Before I answer this question, could I please have a thumbs up from everybody who has had their question answered, and also from those who are just watching for fun, because I appreciate it. And I want to extend my appreciation to more people by spreading the word on YouTube. You know, this traveling, moving pattern is a bit dominant in our questions today, isn't it? What I actually feel, Tanya, is that you will be better off to find a home where there's already a home existing with people, one or two people maybe living in it, adults, wonderful people, awesome professional people, and you can be a flatmate rather than looking for a house. It does feel that this is actually an opportunity for you to perhaps meet a new love interest as well through meeting new people. Unless you don't feel like you have a love interest. If you do, then there might be some more love being offered your way. What are my questions now? Is it in Papamoa? Maybe more the Mount end, actually. Where's your work? Is it close to your work? When will you find this place? Well, not this year. Definitely within the first 3 months of next year, but that seems a long time, doesn't it? It's just that it might be a bit longer than you want because of the Christmas holidays and people getting February. Yes. Moving right along. Thank you, Leah. She says, my Christmas outfit is cute. I'm actually looking like a Christmas tree today. And Brenda wants a random card, so we'll whip to hers. And I've just had one fall out just like that, which is always a nice one to pick. We've got the Death card, which is a wonderful card coming into a new year. And guess what it means? End of the old, start of the new. Let's have a rebirth and come more into your reason for being on planet Earth in 2024. Check out this card. There is sun on the horizon in the distance. This is telling me there is more happiness coming. Do we say in the next 12 months? Yes. However, this is a requirement to take the journey to that sun. It's not a lying on the couch kind of process. I'm not thinking that you're actually lying on the couch. However, this process will also potentially include a king of love. Woohoo! But the process must exist for you to find that happy sun and the king of love, meaning you've got to be on the road of movement. Don't be staying stuck in Groundhog Day. I seem to be telling you this. Now, there is some helpful hints here for you today. We are going to talk about self-betrayal, the Seven of Swords. This potentially, as a general rule, reading a tarot spread could mean that somebody has betrayed you. However, the way that I'm reading this, and I'm just going to double check, is purely that you are betraying yourself. And I apologize, Brenda, if this does sound a little bit like a bossy lecture, but it is coming from a place of love. Just call me the Queen of Swords, straight up, no pussyfooting around here. And we are wanting you to release the chains of your past and come more into your soulful path, which we know you know exactly how to do, and you're probably going to move in leaps and bounds. There's a bit of incentive there, the happy sun and the love. A beautiful, mature man who knows how to be in touch with his emotions. Just what you need. High five, high five. Now, Sarah, welcome. I'm not sure which Sarah this is, but we're going to say, would love a card for going into 2020, please. Well, coming right up. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Sarah, are we allowed to be in Sarah's energy for this? Yes. Just a card for Sarah. What is your birthday, just out of interest? I have got the Temperance card for you here, and this is a beautiful message of allowing divine timing to be a realized part of 2024. What that means is practice patience and allow things to unfold as they should without resistance or impatience. And it also means that if you want to do this more easily, you will need to have one foot in human land and a beautiful connection with source, i.e. the universe, i.e. your spiritual faith. So use your intuition, talk to your angels, use this as an opportunity for you to guide your way through 2024 with grace and poise, set the boundaries, really use this as a mindful way of moving through 2024. What's the, what date in May, Sarah? What's your full date, your full birthday? And I'll quickly see what number you are. In the meantime, do we have any other questions in the making? Not yet. All right, 27. So Sarah, you are a 7 challenge. Now, I would like to explain this to everybody. Anybody who has their day of birth and their month of birth added together to equal a 7, or something that would break down to a 7. So if it's 16, 1 plus 6 equals 7, then your challenge, your major challenge, is a 7 life path. And I'm going to talk about what this means in just a second. However, I want to point out that, of course, we all have loads of challenges. And as I mention a lot, the challenges are our up-leveling opportunities. They are the Christmas gifts. Your challenges are your gifts to unwrap and see the gold inside. So being a 7 challenge is actually about appreciating the gifts within the hardship you've been through. So it's looking at every trauma and hard time, every challenge, and really flip turning it around and not being a victim, but instead being empowered. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Really looking at your life experiences and finding what attributes it enhanced in you. Did it make you stronger? Did it make you more compassionate? Did it make you more empathetic? Did it help you to know how capable you were? What challenges in life that you thought were so unfair can you now turn around and see the messages, the lessons, the gifts that you got out of going through that? Because you don't learn anything when you're in the comfort zone. So that would be a waste of time being on planet Earth if you just stayed the same person that you were born as, right? Now, let me just further into that in 17. Just wanted to see, I think that, well, I might just double check this. Excuse me for the delay, people. Thank you for your patience. Don't know why I'm offering this extra reading to Sarah today, but why not? So your life path is a 9, which is actually the Hermit in the tarot, and he holds a lantern, and the lantern has a star inside of it, and it's an opportunity for you to follow your star, which is your shining light from within. Follow your adventures, follow your passions, very similar to the collective consciousness reading in the beginning of this. A true 9 life path, a person who's a 9 and on track, like living aligned with their soul's purpose, will in fact simply follow one step at a time in front of the other and accidentally live their best life. That means an abundance of money, wonderful love connections, heaps of fun while they do what they love to do. So the advice is, when you can transcend the issues that felt like we're all hard done by when bad stuff happens to us, bad stuff, when we can let that shit go and focus on following our adventures, then life is just better, gets better. And that is your personal message, Sarah, but there's a lot of messages in there for everybody else as well. Oh, my candle. All right, we might wrap it up, everyone. Thank you for the thumbs up. Everybody that hasn't put a thumbs up, thank you in advance for giving me one now. Appreciate it. And also remember your red hearts and green hearts. If you're watching the replay, I'd love to know who popped on later. So put them in the chat. It's always good to communicate. And sometimes the conversations in the comments are even more fun than the ones I'm having with you. Thank you very much. Have a lovely Christmas. See you soon, guys. Bye.